Hello, and thank you for coming to another episode of Deb Chanel's 48th World, where I'm your host of all informative news, as well as reality shows, and pretty much anything else to that nature that's legal. But anyway, we're going to be talking about K. Michelle back to back. I don't know why they did this. Maybe they was ready for her season to end, but they gave us two episodes into one night to review or to look at per se. So let's go with no. Let's go on to season 2, episode 9. We step into the place with Jonathan and Michelle. Jonathan is meeting K. Michelle at a restaurant, and he calls her his life-size Black Barbie. And how he makes up her face and how she dresses, that is about the take of it. Because she's cute, and, she kind of do look like a Barbie in a way. So, he goes in, gives her a hug, kisses, and then they both, well, she's sitting down. He gives her a hug, kiss, and he sits down. She goes in to tell him that she got an award. Well, she got information from her agent or publicist that she's going to be performing in the BET Awards with Patti LaBelle. Now, of course, this is very old because the BET Awards have already been shown. I don't know why they want to put this little clip in it, but, anything to, I guess, make her show flow a little better and gives her some type of notoriety when it comes to other big name celebrities in the business. So she says she don't want to share the stage with Tamar Braxton. And we know Tamar is not on the level that she is, as well as her sister Toni Braxton. But somebody must like her higher up, so they threw her a bone and put her in there. Even though Tamar does have a voice, I won't take that from her. But to be up there in that caliber of women and well-known women, you would have thought Toni Braxton would have been, singing with Patti LaBelle. But, she was a hot thing at the time that they were bringing out as new artists. So I can see how they brought her into the BET Awards arena. And then she's going to be singing with Patti LaBelle. So it's basically they get a short solo performance. And then they come back and collaborate with Miss Patti LaBelle. Singing around her because Patti LaBelle don't like to shut a stage either. She likes to be doing her own thing. So everybody was paying homage to each other, but evidently Patti LaBelle is somebody Kay really respects in the industry, and she went so far as to say that's her, I think, godmother or something to that effect. But it was a good spiel, and I actually did see the show when it was on television, and she did an amazing job. So that was good. Then we slide on from that scene. We go to K. Michelle and her stylist for the BET Awards, and they're coming to her home, and they're just trying on all these sexy, provocative type outfits, and this, that, and the other. And Kay saying she wants her breasts to be pushed up, where they're like on point, pointing out, but not really disclosed for everybody to see. But, that's pretty much how that was. She wanted to be a hot tamale as well as securing certain assets, but giving you a peek, if you get what I mean. And her stylist happened to be Asian men. And I was like, wait a minute now. Maybe it was somebody new they were trying out or wanted to get some shine to. But, yeah, it was some Asian designers helping her with her outfit. So that was a twist. So we leave that scene and we go to K. Michelle, Jonathan, and P. London. And let me see. Okay, so P. London is pretty much at a restaurant called Bugatti. And K. Michelle and Jonathan are like walking down the street taking photos. So I don't know if that's K. Michelle's new hobby now, that she's vlogging with a camera and trying to get all the scenes in Los Angeles. But then I thought back, because she is coming back to Atlanta to be on the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta seasons coming back up. I think in April, which is next week. So I can see why she was trying to get as many pictures for memory's sake, because we don't know when she's going back to LA to be doing anything more than a 2 or 3 year stint. So she's taking pictures for memories, and she meets P. London and Bugatti, and her and Jonathan all have drinks, and they're just talking here and there, here and there. And then Kay goes in to share some tea with her two friends about Miss Diddy. And Miss Diddy, because I didn't know who she was at first. My daughter had to kind of like update me on her, and I remember her being with Kay at her house by the pool side when she was trying to get some decorating done for the house that she was leasing out there in LA. But anyway, Miss Diddy is a LA business promoter for the industry, and so I guess she hosts a lot of events, bringing out artists, having reputable people come out and check them out, for the music business industry, for our new our new artist that's coming into the scene. So she's a pretty well-known business exec in LA. So I could see why she wanted to forge that type of friendship. Because advertisement, whether it's good or bad, is advertisement. At least your name is still being out there and is finding some relevancy. So she goes on to tell Jonathan and P. London that she had overheard, or she saw some pictures of her latest event party that she was giving, and she decides who to let in for as guests into her parties and who not. So her and Kay, Kay thought that they were real tight friends, and that whoever she didn't like, none of her friends should like. And I felt some kind of way about that, because everybody are individuals. Everybody should have their own set of friends besides K. Michelle that they float with. Now, if the friends that you're floating with is not, like I said, liking K. Michelle for whatever reason, you could just say, well, she's my friend. I like her. She's done nothing wrong to me. So if y'all gonna have this conversation, y'all gonna have it without me, per se. That's how I would have treated it, and let it float on. But Kate, she feels that if you're in her circle of friends, whoever she's not cool with, you shouldn't be cool with. And I think that's a childish way of looking at things, because a lot of people that I may hang out with, and some in my family members, they may not like certain people that were in our family at one time, but I'm not going to say I'm going to stop hanging around them or start having a conversation with them just because they're my family members, because I think that's just too trivial, and it's too, immature. So that's just my take on it. I don't think Kay should have put her in a position like that, because you never know. Just because she don't like Bobby, because of how Bobby treated her, doesn't make, just because she's not messing with him no more, her friends shouldn't mess with them anymore. And that's not a good business sense either, because say if he fell into a hell of a lot of money, and then he started trying to own his own businesses in the music industry, you may need him one day. And just because y'all are young right now, and you don't understand a lot, because you still have room for growth, and to be able to look back at you're what, 30 something years old now. When you're 50, you may not even feel that way again, or have those feelings of resentment towards this gentleman. I'm not saying you invite him back into your circle, or you would go on a date with him or anything, but things have a lifetime and an expiration date. When you're dealing with individuals, if you decide to move on, don't have no hatred, don't have no ill feelings towards somebody, just move on. And it's best to keep your mouth quiet if you can't say anything nice about a person. Then people will know how you really feel about a person, but you're not dogging them out either, for the longevity. So that was my spiel. She was trying to call herself, should she have a conversation with Miss Diddy about the incident. And Jonathan was telling her, well, Kay, you just love on everybody. You just want everybody to be your friend. If you like them, then you just bring them in your circle. And maybe she just don't look at you like that. She look at you as a business partner that she can make money off of you or whatnot, and then she can promote you at the same time, where both of y'all are winning in the my earring. Both of y'all are winning in the arena of making money and making moves, but maybe tight relationship that you want to divulge some of your personal business. She's not that type that you should do that with. I mean, your circle of friends should be on one hand, and you can pretty much don't have to use all the fingers on that one hand. It seems to me like P. London is a very good friend that you can count on, and depend on her, without sharing your private information. And so is Jonathan. But you don't need people in the industry that you tell all your business to, so when they're running low on their funds, they can sell a story about you. And it just seems to me that's pretty much how Miss Diddy would run if she was pushed up against the wall, to use some information that would gain her some more notoriety or pull her out of a slump, to further her career. So I was here for Jonathan when he said, now, you should keep business friends in one pocket, personal friends in the other pocket, and then you got your family friends and family members in the third pocket. But you shouldn't be putting her that high on a pedestal when you really don't know her that well, or have that length of years of knowing her and how she interacts with you when you're not with her, but you may be in the same circle of friends that she runs with. So she just, they, P. London, said that was foul, and, you need to check her and this, that, and the other. So, Kay pretty much ended the conversation that, yeah, she might have to have a conversation with her, because she don't think that's right. If she's going to be one of her friends and, coming to her listening, viewing parties, and just being around her circle of friends that she likes, she's going to have some type of barriers when it comes to people that she don't mess with no more. But again, like I said, my spiel on that. Everybody's not going to toe your line. And sometimes if you ain't have that conversation with her prior to you bringing her into your circle of friends, then you have no leg to stand on, because everybody, we're not mind readers. We don't know what type of application we need to be your friend and then comings and goings we have to do to stay your friend. So we move off that subject. We go to P. London and Jonathan. Both of them are having drinks on the outside. I'm thinking of some type of business, but it may be a eatery joint, but they just have an outside venue. Or it could be one of them places where you're in a plaza, an office plaza, and they have food joints around there, or, bars, and you can go outside and have a drink, just as long as you don't take the glass with you or whatever. And K. Michelle appears, and she's giving love to both of them, and she's just telling them she's having a bad day because she really needs an assistant, and she hadn't found one quite as yet to take over her last assistant's place. But she kind of like, what do you call it, motions around to asking P. London to be her assistant. It don't seem like P. London's doing anything. She came out there for a rap career venture, but don't seem like nothing is going on with that. And pretty much she just was brought into the whole episode or season just for Kay to have somebody to film with, pretty much, because Kay may be very selective of who she wants to film with. So that was a good addition. I like her. I like her spirit. And she was like, well, she ain't come right off and jump at the ideal of being K. Michelle's assistant, because if they did grow up together in Memphis and they did run around together, she may know it's a hard pill to swallow to work for Kay and to take orders from Kay. And because then she wouldn't have to say taking orders. She could have just said taking assignments. But evidently Kay must be a bear to work with, as well as a bear to be in friendship with. But I'm sure she rewards them real well by being in the circle of her friends, because she know what kind of income she got, she know what kind of income they got, but she don't put it out there like till you make her mad, and then she'll be spilling all the tea, which I don't think that's right, Kay. You knew where these people were at financially, so you don't really need to tell their business, because we know they ain't got nothing on the level that you got. So we know anybody we see coming from your town and you're hosting up for a summer or for a week or two, we know you taking care of them good, okay? You don't need to keep publicizing that, flaunting your wealth, unless that's where I take it that you're doing. But she goes on and half-heartedly accepts the assignment to be her assistant. She gonna say, we just gonna have to take, I don't want to be working for you 7 days a week. And Kay was like, okay, you can do 5. So I'm like, well, thank you. The girl got to have something. But and Jonathan was like, he was very sincere and nice about it. He said, well, I'll help you, honey. Once I get my stuff together and I find some, time to assist you with Kay, because we all know Kay is a handful. I'll help you out as much as I can. So they solidified that work friendship, and, it took off from there. So we move on to P. London and K. Michelle are riding. Let's see. Okay, I went too far. Okay. They basically, after they finish that little scene, it goes to K. Michelle and the dance studio. And of course, the BET Awards is centered all around this whole episode. She's getting, she got her stylist to come out to, fit her for different outfits she's going to be wearing during the show and presenting, I believe. And then she has to go work on some moves for her, I think for one of her performances. And she goes to some dance studio, and the guy's working with her, the choreographer, is telling her how to move real sexy and just giving her little key points of how they want her to do, because they know she's not a dancer. So they're trying to help her get some short little 1-2 steps and turn moves down, because like I said, she's a singer, she's not a dancer. She's rhythm and blues, kind of maybe a little popish, jazz, maybe a little bit here and there. She does scat a little bit. When she was in the studio, she did a little scatting. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to have a conversation with my daughter. Child, please get out of my conversation with my viewers.
I'm a gabber too, like interact.
Okay. Well, we need to ask, what is it? Erica De Niro. She has like a, what she does with her friend. I don't know if he's at her house when they be Skyping or something, but they be seeing each other and they be having interaction, but he be over her house. We might have to email her and see how that goes, so for you to be able to participate with me. Anyway, didn't they cut the cord when I had you? Did they not cut the cord?
No.
I see that. I see that.
Hypothetically speaking, yeah, they were nice to do that.
Well, you want to come over here
No.
so you can be on the camera, so they don't mean me looking out. See how she do me? See how she do me, Gabbers? Do you see how she do me? She just won't. Now when she does her videos, she just be like, I got to go. She closed the door, go in her room. She don't even want to do it in the office where we normally do tape. And
You don't tell them why, cause you make me laugh. I'm not focused on what
I don't even be making her laugh. Sometimes I be still doing work or trying to, do some job interviews or where I want to go and apply or whatever. But I don't even be looking at her when she be taping either. That's the messy part about it. But then when I'm taping, oh Lord, she's all the way around me, and then she's just looking up in my face when I'm trying to tape, and I'm like, could you move or leave me alone? And then she's showing me stuff on her phone. Okay, we're going to get off that. Because see how she took me from y'all? See how she took me from y'all? But anyway, okay, let's go back. Let's focus. We're going to pull back to where the scene goes where, she is at the dance studio. He's giving her some 1-2 step moves because she can't, Kay can only just hold that mic and just blow. She can't be moving around. She's not no dancer. I'm glad she admitted that, because she's about as bad as Jennifer Williams was on the Next 15, trying to come out talking about she's singing and dancing and performing like of that nature. But But Kay do have her on the singing part. Kay can sing a cappella if she have to. So we ain't gonna take that away from Kay. But Kay don't be trying to do don't try to be a Jocelyn Hernandez type thing, because she can move, she can dance. But okay, moving from there, They're just warming her up from the dance hall, trying to get her, some steps for her performance. So we go there to K. Michelle and Miss Diddy. K. Michelle is meeting Miss Diddy at a restaurant to get her take on why did she let Bobby, her ex, into a party she was hosting. Because, it seemed like Kay got everybody on the street. She got eyes everywhere. And she just wanted to know because she felt that she was one of her friends, her good friends, that had been to her house and had spent some personal time with her. And all her friends from her resume or her description of being one of her friends, but she didn't let Miss Diddy get into any of that information and sign the contract of being her friend, that she can do this, that. She can't do this, that. And then she has to definitely, I think he want to go out. He has to definitely, she has to definitely contact her if she wants to be in 50 feet ranges, or even maybe 2 feet ranges of any of her exes. So she missed that memo. But Kay is trying to update her at this point at the restaurant, giving her etiquette classes 101 of being K. Michelle's friend. Now, Kay knows she's wrong. Kay knows she's wrong, and I've already expressed it. Y'all know how I feel about it. But anyway, she goes to tell Kay that, she didn't mean to come off that way. And it kind of felt and seemed how her face expression and her body language was going like she wanted to get K. Michelle together. And I mean, all the way together, and it wasn't going to be that nice. But then she thought about it. Well, I can't say what I really want to say on film. And I probably don't need to say it to her either because I want to keep my coin going. And I might need her to be a part of one of my events to get it off the ground, as far as, having relevant celebrity singers of entertainment up in the building. So I'm going to hush. I'm going to play my role. I'm going to stay in my lane. So I'm going to let Kay know, that, hey, I'm sorry for doing that. I did not know to be your friend when you down and through with some of your exes or your other girlfriends that I may like hanging around or whatever. I need to have a conversation with you prior to entering in any other conversations or outdoor events with said people that you're no longer good with. And that was pretty much it. We're going to move on because, like I said, it was an immature conversation to be having anyway. We go to P. London and K. Michelle. Both are riding down the highway. Kay is expressing to P. London that she going to have to find her another job because the last 2 days, P. London been screwing up big time. She don't know why P. London couldn't do certain things she asked her to do, but when she did, she screwed them up. So she said, no, I'm going to have to find me an assistant. I don't want you assisting me anymore, but I'm going to find something. I'm going to keep you on payroll, girl. I'm going to keep you on payroll. We're going to have to find something else for you to do. I don't know. Maybe you're going to have to order me some fruit trays or get my appetizers for the BET Awards when I need my room set up. But when I do come back from performing, the little stage hall they have, them in and their guests to look at them on a screen in these little viewing rooms they have for their celebrity friends and guests when they're performing. So I thought that was special. So maybe she let her cater the food for that. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe she's going to go pick up her mail or pick up her outfits or take her dolls for a walk. She's putting her in those type of servitude type positions so she can get a paycheck. But P. London was pretty cool about it because she told she didn't want to be her assistant in the first place. Some people know how to, be time management while manage their time well and have very good time management skills such as myself, But everybody, they're not like me, They all over the place. But, hey, I have to put it down on paper and pencil, pen, because if it's not put down where I can flip to my next day that I'm entering in, God willing, I need to know what I need to be doing, or the conversation never had. It was never had, because if it was had, then I would have wrote it down. So I'm a good stickler when it comes to that, because I just can't keep all that information in my head. I have to have it written down or recorded so I can go back and make sure I got 1, 2, 3 going straight as 1, 2, 3 and not 1, 5, 7, stuff like that. So I'm glad both of them acknowledged it, and they not acknowledged it, meaning having had a conversation about it. That they're good at certain strengths, and then they're very weak in others. Because that's just being a total human being. We're Johnson. Close the door. We're not good at everything, though we would like to be and be perfectionist at it, or proficient, I should say. But we fall short. We fall short, and then there might be something we just really not interested in and don't care 2 cents about, and we do half-ass work on it. But when it has to reflect someone else's ability as far as getting something, and you're there to assist them, you want to give your 100% skills in it and work duties towards that, because it makes you look good, and it makes that person that you're helping, that they're here to see, or they're there to present something to big people to push their career along. So you always want to do 110%, 20, 50%, better than what you would do for yourself. But then if you're in your own business, you want that same type of etiquette going. You want to give 110+%, just to solidify yourself in your field or profession, and they know you're reputable, and you do take the time to be very detail oriented, and you manage your time well to get projects off the ground. So got this field at it. But we go on to K. Michelle and Jonathan P. London. They're all of them are back in the studio room that I was just telling you all about, watching K. Michelle perform and all this good stuff, and at the BT Awards, and they're just loving her. They're giving her, high praises. They're just watching her take off like a butterfly. This is something she had been preparing for the, I guess, since her career started, to work with artists as legendary as Patti LaBelle, that's been in the business eons, and she has a reputation of being on TV, having hit television shows, and her credits go on and on and on. So to be in the presence and be in the industry and having a reputation with performing with such a woman of high esteem is an honor, and it's a privilege, and she's checking that off her bucket list, if you may say, if one of her things she's always wanted to happen in her successful career in the music industry. So she can check that off as a check, done that, moving on to something much higher. And like I said, her two friends and the management team from her record company is there in her listening viewing room, and they're very excited seeing her perform and nailing it and just doing the darn thing. So that was good to see. Then we go to the last scene, P. London and oh, that was pretty much it. I ran it all together pretty much, people. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that was really all of that part of K. Michelle, season 2, episode 9. So, Chauncey, you want me to cut this out? Or you want me to run all of them together? I'm already at 28 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to end this video, and then I'm going to pick back up on the last one for the season, which is season 2, episode 10. So, okay, wait for me. I'll be back.